Alright, welcome to part 2 of the semi-truck, whatchamacallit, frame drop thing. So, first thing on part 2 is we're going to modify the frame. We're going to cut off those tabs and relocate the holes. So what I've done is I've set my square to that length right there, just eyeballed it, and then we're going to go in with the pencil and just mark it off, so then we can cut it off with a cutoff wheel and then clean it up with like a file so it's not sharp. Alright, so the frame is clamped onto the two-thing vise. I got just a good old angle grinder. So I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this one-handed, and I don't have a tripod, but you can see my pencil mark there, and I'm going to go for it. Cool. Not perfect, but, you know, one-handed. The other ones will come out good. So then we'll cut off the other ones, and then press it against the belt sander nice and flat. Clean up all the sharp edges. Alright, so the frame is cleaned up. I just cleaned up the edges with a file and some sandpaper. Doesn't have to be anything crazy. So now, next step is going to be to fit up the axles, which is going to be a little bit difficult. So what I'm going to do is put the hole so that the axle is rubbing against the top of the frame.
You're gonna set a square like that, and then I'm gonna hold the camera.
Alright, so here is the frame drilled and sanded down and ready for quick spray paint. Not doing anything crazy. I'm just doing Rust-Oleum flat black. Just a you know, the standard hard hat stuff. So basically what I'm going to do is just quick spritz on the bottom and then back to the top for a little bit heavier. Alright, there it is. So, gonna let that dry. There you go. Get it from all angles. Nice and even. The light makes it look weird though. But it's pretty even. It's nothing special. Just to black it out. Flat black. Alright, so our wheel tubs on the front are a little bit too small for what our radius has to be. So for the body to sit on the ground, the wheel tubs have to come off. So fortunately, it's only a couple of folded over tabs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pry them up with a chisel and pliers. So let's see, find Those are all nice chisels. I'm gonna go get a shit one over here. Alright, this is my shit chisel that I use for just doing shit stuff. So, even if you're metalworking, it's nice to have an old shitty wood chisel around. So, just smack it in by hand. Giggity. And I'm not gonna fit that way. Come on.
Alright, cool. So, this is going to be a little bit difficult. I have my wheel here. Wheel and the tub has to fit over it, so I think I might have to pinch it a little bit so it fits in there better. But then cutting the hood is going to be the hard part. So if we set the cab like that, like that, well, it might be up or down. So I guess we gotta wait till the paint dry. Alright, we gotta wait till paint dries. So we got interior here. Not sure what I should do with this. I think black out the seats would be pretty cool. I guess I could really paint everything, but that'd be fucking hard. That'd be way too much work. Alright, well I gotta wash this out into the sink first. That's for sure. And then definitely wash this out. Try and get it clear again. Little scratch right there. Alright, and the gas tank, fuel tanks. Yeah, those just gotta get washed. Maybe I don't really have chrome spray paint, so I don't know. No, alright, gotta clean up these. And I don't know about the decals. I'd like to put some like audio decals on there or something. But, I don't know. Peeling off, not looking too good. I think the cab would be good to paint. Alright, lots more to think about.
Alright guys, here is a dry mock-up of the truck. Just to get an idea of what we have. So these tires are just sitting here. They're not hooked up to anything. So I'm gonna have to modify this back tub here because the center of the axle doesn't quite work out with that. So it's gonna be something like that. So I think I might cut it. I'm not exactly sure. Just have a drywall screw holding where that rivet is. So I'm pretty happy the fuel tanks fit right in where they should be. This gap is caused by the tabs for the fenders. So what I have to do now is fold those tabs under so then I can get my front fenders here. They fit in this way. So it's going to be like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tighten up the radius to better match the wheel and tire. And then I'm going to cut out the front of the hood, the front clip I guess you could call it. And then I have to figure out something for a grill and a bumper. And then this rivet hole where the pencil is holding in is going to get turned into a stack. So I think it's pretty much going to be like this, and then just probably like right below the cab it's going to flare out, you know. Then, you know, maybe chop the top a little, I don't know. I was thinking maybe I could just chop the whole front of the truck, you know, so then it's kind of sitting like that, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Not quite as extreme, but a little bit. I don't know. Probably chop the top would be better. But there we have it. There's the broken down view. So I gotta find something round to tighten up this radius with.
Okay, so I found this piece of wood turning scrap. Just a piece of wood. There's a fender. And I also found this piece of junk. So what I'm going to try and do is lay this in here in a groove. And then tap on the big piece. And then try to tighten up that radius. So, I don't know if this is gonna work out, so I might change the plan.
Alright, we need to find something that's that wide, not this wide. Okay, so I'm going to use the grooves on the table saw here. So, hopefully I don't fuck anything up. Alright, so what I just did there is I kind of matched the radius of the wood piece to the fender of that, you know, this lip here. So I'm going to test it on the truck now. Alright, so what I decided to do on cutting the cab is to take a Sharpie and just basically outline our profile here, that what we have to cut on the hood assembly. So keep in mind this is all on the fly stuff. I don't exactly know how this is going to turn out. Okay guys, finally it's 9:30 at night and I'm ready to go inside. So I've got the fenders fitted in, the front clip cut up for the most part, still maybe a little fine tuning. The frame is on the ground and the wheels are tucked. So there you have it. I am wiped out, man. So I think I'll call this end of part 2. Part 3 is going to be reassembly. So we might do chop the top, but I don't want to keep saying that and not have it happen. So I guess next step is really just to clean up all our plastics here. Our fuel tanks fit in for the most part, but that's kind of an issue. So there you have it, guys. This is Inclined, signing out.